Good morning. This is May the 8th, Thursday, 2025, and we are in BBIS second semester compulsory English class, where yesterday somebody presented the concluding section, Sylvia. Sylvia presented the concluding section of the previous essay, whereas some other presenters were absent from the class. As a result, we could not talk about section 9, I guess, step 9. Though we had a presenter yesterday. You presented yesterday, right? Who presented on step 8, right? So what I'm doing right now is I'll spend 5 to 10 minute time, and I'll quickly take you through the previous essay and show you what is where, so that you remember once again. Okay. So we finished reading, in a sense, though we have not done some sections of this essay, Understanding Cultural Identities in Intercultural Communication, a 10-step inventory. So in this essay, Mary Jane Collier argues that if you understand clearly how our cultural identities are created, then you will better understand why other people do not behave as you behave. And once you understand why other people do not behave and do and be exactly like you, then you will be tolerant towards them, you'll be more open towards them, you will have more accepting attitude to a behavior which might seem strange to you, or in a sense, other people's behavior will no longer seem to be strange for you, because you will understand that I have my cultural identity, they have their cultural identity. And then Collier proposes a 10-step model that may help us to analyze any communicative event. And these 10 steps will help us to understand or study or inquire or examine any event of a communication or any other cultural phenomenon or any behavior. You can use these 10 steps to understand why people are behaving the way they are behaving. She begins by presenting her cultural profile right in the second paragraph, where she clearly describes her biological background, she describes her national background, she describes her studies, all that. And the purpose of this detailed description is to let you see that the way she is writing, the way she is expressing her views is because of this background, right? So who we are, where we come from, what we have studied, the people we have been with, this is what decides our behavior. Collier begins by telling that to us. Then she talks about certain beliefs, very important, where she says that if we ignore communication process in intercultural communication, we will fail to understand why people differ. Very important point to begin with. She says that it's very important that we pay close attention to the process of communication in intercultural communication, because if we understand how communication takes place, if we understand the process of communication, then we will not be confused, we will not be, we will not misunderstand other people. And once we do not misunderstand other people, we won't be using violence and military force against them, as you have seen around the world. Even currently, India-Pakistan case, you can use this theory to understand the fight between India and Pakistan, because they are not in communication. India and Pakistan have broken all communications channel. They do not talk. That's why they fight. So if you talk, you will fight less. The more you talk, the less you will fight. The less you talk, the more you will fight. So if you talk to a stranger, you will not fight. But if you do not talk to a stranger, you may fight. Right? Then she says that this essay is written as a kind of dialogue, although here it's in print, but at one point she gives her email and says that as you read my essay with a pen, mark those ideas you like and those ideas you do not like, where you agree, where you do not agree, and you can mail me your opinion about my ideas, right? So can you see important point here? She is the author, right? She is the author and you are the reader. So when she publishes this article, the reader is not there physically present. So what is she doing? She is giving her email. Why? Because she says, I want to listen to your opinion. So what she says, she is following practically. In this essay, she says, listen to the other. The crux of this essay is always listen to the other more than you talk to the other. Listen more, speak less. Listen more than you speak. So to follow what she's saying herself, she gives her email and she says, I want to listen to you. If you read my essay, mail me. You can try that. Here is an email. You can write an email. We read this essay in your class and here is my response, right? So she herself is following the idea that we should listen to people. Okay. Then she in the next section, she says that she has 10 questions, right? For example, what do I believe about culture? She begins by defining culture here. Then what questions do I want to answer, research questions? Then what is cultural identity issue for me? And then number 4, how do power and ideology affect intercultural communication problem? Right now, look, I'm a teacher, I'm very powerful, I should listen to me. And you have no power to disturb me. If you disturb, I'll put out of class. So this is a one-way lecture right now. You may not like, but look, my power exercise, right? Then intergroup and interpersonal relationships, when two people talk one-to-one, what is their relationship? Because it affects right now in this relationship, I'm powerful, you are powerless, you are one step down, one step up, for example. Then even groups like India and Pakistan, you can take them as a group. Look what is happening there. India dropped some missiles in Pakistan. Now Pakistan looks helpless, I don't know. But you can see this is very important to understand. Two countries are fighting, and this is an example of communication, international communication, and how power is affecting that communication, because Pakistan does not seem to be as strong militarily as India, right? So power and ideology, right? Then, intergroup and intergroup relationship, and I took India and Pakistan as groups, two groups communicating. Then what kind of message do I want to focus on? Do I want to focus on classroom data? Do I want to focus on what messages are coming on Facebook about this fight? Do I want to focus on news report? What kind of data do I want to analyze? Then context, when this happened, where this happened, who were the people, right? Then what theory do I use to understand? For example, yesterday somebody talked about positivism, right? Epistemological theories. They talked about 3 things there, right? One was, what is epistemological perspective? Epistemology means study of knowledge. So in epistemological perspective, we had three subcategories. First was positivism, second was deconstruction, and third was, what was the third one? I forgot. Positivism, deconstruction, and the third point was, there are three theories in number 8. Under epistemology, you study three theories. One is positivism, another is deconstruction, and the next is? You forgot, okay. We'll check in a while, right? So, what we need to understand is that in research, in any subject, at any level, you cannot carry research without theoretical perspective. What is theory? Idea that helps you understand your data. Idea that helps you understand your data. For example, if you say today men are discriminated in the family, not women. Okay, you say that so far women were discriminated, but if a woman is educated, she commits violence against her husband. Suppose you come up with this idea that today educated girls, when they get married as wives, they commit violence upon their husband because they are very strong because of education. Okay, suppose if you come this proposition, then what theory will you apply? You will apply the theory of men's studies. There is a subject called men's study today, where people study about men's situation. Like women's study, there is men's study. So that men's study will be your theoretical perspective to understand how educated women might be using violence against their husbands or might not be. Then in 9 number you read about, what are the preliminary findings? When you do research, you have findings, right? And then what you do, these are my findings. What have other people found in the same topic? So you compare your result, your finding with other people's finding. And sometimes you will see that your findings match with other people's finding. Sometimes you will see that your findings do not match with other people's finding. If your findings do not match with other people's finding, then you will reconsider. Am I wrong? Is my finding wrong? You will recheck, re-examine, right? Okay, then you apply your understanding. Research. There are 2 or 3 steps in research very clearly. Research begins with a problem. Research begins with a problem. And research always ends with a solution. It ends with a solution. If there is no problem, there is no research. If the research doesn't give a solution, it's not useful research. And what is in between? There is analysis. You analyze the problem, analyze data, and you solve you have questions. So from problem to solution, you apply the final step. For example, you take a problem about communication, why this English teacher is always, suppose you have a question, have a problem. In our English class, our English teacher is often angry with us. Okay, let's imagine you come up with this problem. Our English teacher is always angry in class. Problem. Now you study the 48-hour transcription, what I say every day. And then you find out from the talk, from the analysis of data, what is causing my anger. And you come up say that often he assigns homework and students do not do at home. And you come to a conclusion that because students often do not do homework, he often shouts in the class. Then you find a solution. What solution? You encourage students to do homework this way. Then the teacher will not be angry. Problem to solution, right? This was the previous essay. Now I won't get into the essay now. I'm moving to next essay now. A long essay, 17 pages. The next is also 14 pages. Okay. Now we have the next essay, adapting to a new culture. So what you're doing, you have your copy. Open the copy both pages like this, as I showed you, as I told you earlier. Open the pages like this, both pages, and let's say this is the middle line. This is page 1, page 2. Here you write the essays heading, write the heading, this heading, you write the heading, and then write here this side, write main idea, and this side write supporting details. Right? Did you make? And then you have the margin line here. Here you have the lines. Write P1. P1 means paragraph 1. Paragraph 1. Do not yawn. What's your name? Pardon? Speak loudly. Manogya. Why did you yawn?
I do not.
Huh?
I do not.
There are two reasons of yawning. One, when the teacher's class is boring, you yawn. I do realize. If I was a student and if my teacher was continuously lecturing for a long time, I might yawn because I'm not involved in the class. Right? I do realize because I spoke for 20 minutes. But it was intended because I wanted to recapture the previous lesson. There was no way. Second, you yawn because you're not healthy. You yawn because you are not healthy. You do not sleep at home. You do not go to pass your stool in the toilet early morning, so you yawn. If you pass your stool on time, if you wash your face, if you take bath, if you have breakfast, if you have done meditation, if you have done some exercise before you come to college, if you are healthy, you won't yawn. Yawning is a sign of problems, right? Look, we are having communication, see yawn, we have a problem. I stopped lecturing and I talked about the topic. I don't like people yawning in my class. I feel offended. I feel offended when you yawn. Though I understand that if you yawn, I should know that my class is boring. Possibly, right? Okay. So what do you do now? Here is the paragraph, right? Now you will read the paragraph. First I will teach you how to read the paragraph. Then you will read on your own. Like this is a paragraph. What is the structure of a paragraph? Let me help you understand what is a paragraph and how to read a paragraph, how to approach a paragraph. Let me help you. Okay. What is a paragraph? First understand. A paragraph has a topic sentence, right? This topic sentence can be in the beginning, it can be in the middle, or it can be at the end of the paragraph, anywhere. But mostly it is at the beginning. Sometimes it is at the end. Rarely it is in the middle. If it is at the beginning, the paragraph is very easy. If it is at the end, it is a bit difficult. But if the main idea, if the topic sentence is in the middle, it is a very difficult paragraph. Those writers whose writings are very complex, they put topic sentence in the middle, right? But normally, those writers who write for students like you, like this one, you will see that the topic sentence is at first. For example, if you read this paragraph, let's read it. One of the dramatic changes we are witnessing today is the enormous interface of different cultures in human affairs, from politics and economics to to the arts and leisure activities. Sentence ends. So as you read, you stop where the sentence ends. Right? Wait a minute. You stop where the sentence ends. Now circle the sentence. "99% of the time, this is the sentence you should pay attention to. This is the sentence that is most important for you as a reader, as a student." Right? Now before you move ahead, stop here, do not hurry, stop here. Now read once again. One of the dramatic changes we are witnessing today is the enormous interface of different cultures in human affairs, from politics and economics to the arts and leisure activities. Now, in a note copy, in a rough copy, you copy this sentence. Imagine I have copied it. I have copied the sentence. And I initially believe this is the main idea of the paragraph. But I am not sure. Now read next. The second sentence. Let's number this as S1. S1 means sentence 1. This is S2, sentence 2. At the forefront of this global reality. Look, this global reality refers to the phrase, the enormous interface of different cultures. And you should understand how these are called, this is called discourse marker. What is a discourse marker? It tells where you are at the discourse, at what point, and what is indicating. This, at the forefront of this reality are the countless people who are on the move across cultural boundaries. Second sentence, S2. Now ask a question. Does this second sentence present a new idea in the paragraph, or does it develop the idea in sentence 1? So the sentence 1 says that more and more people are moving today. More and more people are moving. Politicians are moving, job seekers are moving, artists are moving, travelers are moving. So first sentence says more and more people are moving. What does the second sentence do? The second sentence again uses the word people. And it says that these people move across cultural boundaries, means these people move from one culture into another culture. So the second sentence does not present a new idea. It simply develops the idea in the first sentence. The idea that people are moving. Sentence 1, people are moving. Sentence 2, they are moving from one culture into another culture. So the second idea, they are moving from one culture to another culture, is a development of the first idea. People are moving. People are moving is the main idea. They are moving from one culture into another idea. That is the second, next idea. That's not a new idea. It is a development of the first idea. Now go to S3, third sentence, S3. Each year, millions of immigrants and refugees change homes, full stop. Now look, second sentence uses the word people, a general term. Third sentence uses a particular word, immigrant and refugee. They both mean people. So the third sentence is also developing the idea in second sentence. It's not a new idea. Second sentence develops from first sentence. Third sentence develops from the second sentence. Now go to S4. This is S3. Go to S4. Fourth sentence. Driven by natural disaster or economic need or hoping for freedom, security or social and economic betterment, people uproot themselves from their homes and embark on a new life in an alien and sometimes hostile milieu. The third sentence used the word people, right? Which meant, second sentence used the word people. Third sentence uses the word immigrant and refugee, which meant people. Now fourth sentence again uses the word people. And you see it says, people uproot themselves from their homes and embark on a new life in an alien and sometimes hostile milieu. This idea is same as this one. Interface of different culture, and this one. People are on the move. See, this word, people are on the move across cultural boundaries. This sentence and this sentence means the same thing. Are you listening to me? Are you paying attention? Are you understanding what I said? This sentence and this sentence means the same thing. That means sentence number 4 also doesn't present any new idea. It is simply developing the idea that is coming down from sentence 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now move to 5. S5. Sentence 5. In addition, numerous temporary sojourners such as, now look here the word sojourner. Who is a sojourner? People who travel. So here there was the word people, right? Here also there was the word people. Now here is the word sojourner, but it means the same thing. People such as diplomats, military personnel. This is example. Example of people who are moving. So these are examples, right? Government and intergovernmental agency employees are on overseas assignments. Peace Corps volunteers. Okay. Now, now here S6. Further example, Peace Corps volunteers have worked in nearly 100 nations since inception of the program in 1960. S7. Researchers, professors, and students visit and study at foreign academic institutions. Missionaries carry out religious endeavors. Many, okay, S7, S8. Sentence 8. Many business employees are given overseas assignments, and a growing number of accountants, teachers, construction workers, athletes, artists, musicians, and writers find employment in foreign countries. So here you will see, what is this? This is example of people moving from one culture to another culture. Now let me clear and show you again. So now what do you see? This first sentence presents an idea, S1, sentence 1 presents an idea, and from S2, let's draw a vertical line and put it together here. From S2 to S8, all these sentences develop the idea. Now, these 7 sentences which develop the idea, they are details. This sentence is main idea. So I was saying a paragraph has structure, and I was saying a paragraph has topic sentence, and this is the topic sentence. Now your job is, in that copy you open on the left hand side where you say main ideas, you will write 1 and you will copy this sentence. Copy it. Copy it. Copy only the topic sentence, nothing else. Copy only the first sentence. Okay, now look at me. A topic sentence has two things. It has a topic and it has something called controlling idea. Not always, but often you will see that a noun presents the topic and a verb presents the controlling idea. For example, in this first sentence, can somebody tell me which can be the central main verb in this main noun? This sentence is about what? This sentence is about what? Can somebody tell me? Now here lies the problem. I asked you, what is this sentence about? This sentence is about one word answer. One word answer. And the word will come from this sentence. What is it about? This sentence is about girls. Girls. Is this sentence about girls? Is this sentence about war? Is this sentence about art? What is it about? What does this sentence talk about? This sentence talks about culture. And look what is happening here. I'm showing you. After spending 12 years of English study, you are not able to read. Teachers did not teach you how to read. They passed you. They simply passed you, giving you marks. 90 out of 100. And now you have come to BBIS. Here is a sentence. You read the sentence. You are not able to tell what this sentence is about. The opening sentence is about culture. So the topic is culture. The topic is culture. And I said the controlling idea is mostly verb. What does the sentence say about culture? What does the first sentence say about culture? What does the first sentence say about culture? Read the sentence and tell me. What does it say about culture? Culture is what? Culture is doing what? What is happening to culture? What is culture doing? What is happening to culture? See the word. Enormous interface. What is interface? This is interface. You came from this side and somebody came from this side, you met here. Interface means interaction. Interface means facing each other. Interface. Facing one another. Today one culture is facing another culture. One culture is facing another culture. So the controlling idea is cultures are interacting. This is the main idea of the paragraph. Today, cultures are interacting. That is the main idea. And you are not able to find this main idea. That is the reason when you take IELTS or TOEFL test in reading, you get minimum marks. Because you don't know how to read. So what is the main idea? Cultures are interacting. And if you say, how can you say? Read from second sentence to eighth sentence. You will see evidence, proof. Proof. What is the proof that cultures are interacting? There are lots of immigrants. Only this morning, I saw a video, news, in social media about Nepal. Nepal police arrested 44 Rohingya refugees from Dhulikhel, put them in a bus, and they dropped all of them in front of High Commission for Refugees at Pulchok. And whole night they were there. And I read that later the commission put them in a hotel. Now this is surprising, because they were in Kopan first. There are 10 families, 44 people, children, women. And then they were taken to Dhulikhel. Now India-Pakistan war started. And it is interesting to see why at this time they have been brought to UNHCR. And there are lots of comments. Balla sarkarlai chet khule like that. I don't know. You see social media. Look, they are refugees. They are Muslims from Burma. It is said that the Burmese government tortured them and forced them to leave their country. First they came to India. From India they came to Nepal. Refugee, immigrants. They are also immigrants, refugees, right? Example. Now who goes to other countries? Diplomats go, military people go. See the example. Now your job is, if you are a good reader, your job is to locate the topic, sentence and main idea. And then see if the details support the main idea. Now I'll give you 5-minute time. Do the same thing for the second paragraph. Read, second paragraph, and then locate the main idea. Here is the paragraph. Read the second paragraph and locate the main idea. Read the second paragraph and look at the main idea. I'll be back in a minute. Read and look at the main idea, and if you have located the main idea, copy in the copy. म्याम एकछिनले त देखाउनलाई मात्रै स्पाइरल डायरी छ, त्यस्तो पाना फर्काउने डायरी हुन्छ नि हाम्रो कलेजको, त्यो देखाउनलाई मात्रै। हाम्रो रातो कभरको भएको हुन्छ नि कलेजको, हो दिन त जस्ट देखाउनलाई मात्रै। Okay, done? What is your main idea?
Cultural boundaries.
Okay, this one?
No, this one, cultural boundaries.
Cultural boundaries in second paragraph?
Yes.
Okay, main idea, cultural boundary. What does the paragraph say about cultural boundary? Main idea means the paragraph says something about the main idea. What does it say? Okay, what is the main idea? You didn't get. What is the main idea? What is the main idea? Second paragraph. A very short paragraph. Look, many of you could not. What is the main idea? Main idea?
Construct a new life challenge. Construct a new life
Constructed a new life?
challenge.
Life challenge, okay. What is the main idea? You could not figure out. I see that. Okay. What is the main idea? Could you figure out main idea?
Difficult task of adapting to a new culture.
What is the main idea? Yeah, reading still. What is the main idea? Challenges. What is the main idea?
Adapting to new culture.
Adapting to new culture. What is the main idea?
How difficult it is to adapt to the
Okay. Okay, now let's read and see if you are right. These individuals, see, understand. I taught all these things last year. I pretty well remember. And you forgot. You don't retain. That means there was no learning in last year's class. I taught all these things. I'm doing it second time. Now read here. These individuals means the people who go from one culture to another culture. And many others like them are indeed contemporary pioneers. Who is a pioneer? Somebody who starts a new thing. Opening new frontiers. That means the people who move from one culture to another culture, they open new possibility. So, people open new possibility. Sentence 1. Now, is this a main idea? I don't know. But here is a sentence which says, people who go from one culture to another culture, they open new possibilities. Now, read the second sentence. They means individuals, face at least temporarily the drastic and all-encompassing challenges of having to construct a new life. So these people, now again write people and write here, they face challenges. Second sentence, people face challenges, people open new possibilities. Sentence 1, people face challenge. Sentence 2, I don't know whether this is main idea. I read third sentence. This essay presents a brief account of their experiences in confronting the difficult task of adapting to a new cultural and communication system. Now here is the pronoun there. So this there means they, and this there means individuals. This pronoun there connects the third sentence with the second sentence and the first sentence. First sentence, individuals to the people. Paragraph 1 says people. Paragraph 2, sentence 1 says individual, meaning the same people. Paragraph 2, second sentence says they, pronoun, same thing. Paragraph 2, third sentence there, same thing. Do you realize? There, they, individual is referring to people in the first paragraph, right? Now, this essay presents a brief account of their experiences in confronting the difficult task of adapting to a new cultural and communication system. What you could not do, raise your hand if anybody selected this last sentence as the main idea. Raise your hand. Okay, you selected. Can I see your copy? Okay, can I see your copy if you selected? Where is the sentence? This sentence. Can I see your copy if you selected this sentence? Those of you who selected this third sentence, you are correct. What you don't know? Main idea means main idea. Main idea means no other idea is more important than that idea. Now, this sentence is, if you visually present sentences, they look like this. This one and then this one. This is called pyramid structure of paragraph. And this is called reverse pyramid structure. In the reverse pyramid structure, details come first. Main idea comes at the end. So this second sentence has reverse pyramid structure. See, details and then main idea at the end. Right? So the main idea here in the second sentence is, this essay presents brief account of individual, right, like this. This essay presents brief account of those people who move from one culture to another culture. their experiences in confronting, or write like this. Let me write like this. This essay briefly presents the experiences of people who move from one culture to another culture. Then I bring this line, in confronting the difficult task of, now copy that, write like that, right now. Now I'm really baffled, I'm in big trouble as your teacher, I'm disappointed, I'm horrified. Why? Because now I find that my students are not able to do basic reading in English language. Having studied English for 12 to 13 years, you are not able to make basic reading. You don't know how to read, and I have proof here. Don't take it, don't be disappointed, because we should know the reality. We should accept the reality. And now, if you want to improve, if you do realize what I said, that you don't know how to read, and if you say, Divakar sir, we want to learn how to read, do what I say. And what to do? Buy a diary like this afternoon. Right? Better if you can get having lines this side, and then draw a column, or optionally get your copy as you're doing right now. And how many paragraphs are there? Just let's number the paragraphs quickly. Now assignment comes. I know you're unhappy when you heard the word assignment, right? I know. You are very unhappy the moment somebody says the word assignment. 14. Now let's number the paragraphs. 14. If you have the book with you, you can number them. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. Please number the paragraphs. 22. 23. 24. Somebody is sleeping in this class. 25. We are not calling the roll numbers, we are telling the pair numbers. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. Please number your paragraphs. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Okay. What do? You will make paper slides. What is a paper slide? Old professors, when they didn't have PowerPoint, how did they used to teach? They will get a diary of this size. Exactly this size diary in the stationery shop. Spiral binding this side, and this paper opens like this side. So 44 paragraphs, there will be 44 pages. And page number 1, write only one sentence, main idea paragraph 1. So you will have 44-page spiral diary with you, which will contain 44 sentences. How many? And the 44 sentences will summarize the 44 paragraphs, because the main idea is the summary of the paragraph. The main idea is the summary of the paragraph. And tomorrow when you come to my class, tomorrow is no class with me, Sunday. You're coming to my class Sunday, it's Thursday. So Sunday, everybody, by hook or crook, whether you have to go to London or America to do this job, go. You cannot make excuse. Sir, paiyena, I'll slap you if I heard the word paiyena. Go to stationery shop, buy a diary, and there may be more pages, no problem. But for each page, write one sentence with sketch pen. Big size, not with a normal pen. Big size. Because that's your PowerPoint slide. And come to class, I'll choose one of you, call you here, you will come with the diary, and you will present the lesson to the class on Sunday. I do not know who will be presenting. I do not know. I'll call them on that day. I am doing this as a correction, because in the past essay I found that when I allow you to make digital slides, you use AI tools, you use other things, and that you don't exercise your brain. You don't read. So I want you to read and do. Now in your copy, printed copy, you will have circled all topic sentences with a pen. I'll check your copies, your books Sunday. Is my instruction clear? Is my instruction clear? You need to buy this. This is called the journalist spiral notebook. In stationery shop, we call this if you do not get landscape spiral note, this is called landscape. This is horizontal. Buy the vertical one, no problem. And normally you will see, I easily get landscape. They have this size, they charge 20 to 40 rupees depending on number of pages. In 40 you get very thick one. And I turn this way, and every page has one idea. And I will also come with this homework. If I came without doing my homework Sunday, you can rudely keep me out of class. If you came without doing homework on Sunday, I will be furious and kick you out of class. Sorry for this harsh tone. Sorry. If I don't do, you kick me out. If you don't do, I kick you out. Okay? Got it? So we stop here. Thank you.